Hey YouTube, Lance here. This is video number 2 for today. If you watched the first video that I posted today, then you know that this video is just going to be kind of a life update kind of thing. What's going on in the life of Lance. Yeah. Which to me, if you see me on the street, I'll probably say, yeah, not a lot's going on. Whatever kind of generic answer I might give you. But I think in reality, like, once I tell you what's actually going on in my life, you'll be like, whoa, you're doing a lot of stuff. But if you see me on the street and you ask me, hey Lance, how's it going? What are you up to? I'll still probably say, not a lot. It's the way it is. Um, so, first thing, I am about halfway through, uh, which kind of lets you know like how long it's been since like the last time I made a video kind of like this. Because I'm about halfway through a year-long commitment that I've made. So there's that. But I'm about halfway through massage school, which I'm very excited to be a part of, and has been an awesome experience. And anybody who knows me in my personal life knows that it's something that I wanted to do since I was very young. Very young, meaning like 14, not like 2. Okay. Uh, so yeah, there's that. And it's been an interesting experience because I'm apparently my school's like first openly transgender person. So it's been a very interesting experience to deal with, um, both in and out of the classroom. So yeah, just gonna talk a little bit about that, I guess. So when I first had this idea that I wanted to be a massage therapist, when I first really thought about it, when I first decided it's what I wanted to do with my life, and that's what I wanted to make my money off of. I wanted to do it um, for like farmers and ranchers and just people who do like really hard labor to their bodies and may not always take the time to relax and give their body a good chance to recover. Um, and I mean, that's still like at the top of my list. It's still something I want to do. But now, just kind of from the experience that I've had, um, it's definitely been altered a little bit. I think I kind of want to gear part of my practice toward the LGBT community with a pretty good emphasis on the T, um, because it's a lot harder than I once thought to be naked on a table with a stranger. It's not something I really ever thought about. Whoever it is that you're going to, this massage therapist, in theory, I say in theory because, as we all know, there are places where you can go for a massage that aren't so professional. Um, but for all intents and purposes, the place that you should go to and the person that you're seeing is a professional therapist. It's a professional thing. You're paying them for it. It's not going to be any kind of funny business going on. We are not going to, talk about you behind your back or anything like that. It's very strictly professional. Um, and we are more and more starting to become medical professionals, so we have to abide by all the same laws and things that say your doctors have to abide by. Um, so it's all very it's strictly professional. It's all very cut and dry. This is it. This is what you're here for. In and out kind of thing. Which is cool, but there's still that moment of holy crap, I'm actually naked on a table and I've never met this person before in my life. Um, which is insanely nerve-wracking if you're anybody, because we all have our weird body stuff. We all have that stuff like, oh, is he gonna look at my ring finger that's longer than my middle finger and think it's weird? Whatever. We're not. We don't really care. It's a body. They're all generally the same. We've all kind of got the same body parts, and if you're missing a body part, that's fine. That's more time that we get to focus on another area of your body. To be perfectly honest with you, that's the way it is. Um, that's just the way it is. If you're missing something, that's great for us. We get to work somewhere else for a little bit longer, and ultimately great for you too. I'm not saying go chopping off body parts to get more time on your back or anything, but whatever. uh, so yeah, there's that, and with the focus of like being a trans person, for me, that was a million times more nerve wracking than anything I've ever experienced in my life. Um, a million times more nerve wracking. Mostly because um, I am pre-op, so I haven't had like any surgeries whatsoever to alter the way my actual body looks. I'm only on T right now, and so kind of the idea of having this unfinished body of mine, completely vulnerable and in this state where somebody else is touching it and like looking at it. Whew, man, I'm still not over it. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm still not over it. I've been in the school now for 6 months, and I still get nervous as hell getting on that table. And most of the time, I'm not even completely naked. I'll leave like my underwear on just to have something to hold on to, basically. Like some part of me that I can still hold on to. But I mean, every once in a while, I am completely naked on that table, and it still like, oh man, sometimes I get off of that table and I'm like, I can't. Like I literally I cannot do that right now. Um, and there are also times where I'll like leave my shirt on or something just because I'm so the dysphoria that day is so bad. I can't even imagine having to work with somebody with me being naked. And then there are times where I'll just partner up with somebody that I'm just a little bit more comfortable with. That's not to say that I'm not comfortable with anybody in my class. It's a small class. I'm comfortable with pretty much everybody in there. But there's just a couple of people that I'm a tad bit more comfortable with than others, and I'll definitely try to work with them as much as I can, especially if I'm having a really bad dysphoric day, because I know that they kind of have a bit more of an idea of what's going on in my head. So there's that. And then there was the whole, like, just the whole admissions process that had to be done. Um, and talking about that whole thing, which was cool. Whatever. We just kind of talked about like where I was at in my transition, where I was planning to go in my transition, um, and if any of that was going to affect me being in school, which right now it doesn't. So that was fine. Um, let's see. I just quit my job, but not like without getting a new job. So don't freak out. I'm not jobless or anything. I do have a job now. I work for Chipotle Mexican Grill, and so far it's been great. My last job, everybody knew like that I was trans, mostly because when I started the job, I was like pre-T when I started the job, and you know whatever. And I'm also just very open about it. It's not something that I hide. It's not something I think I'll ever hide. Um, and now with this new job, it hasn't come up, so I haven't talked about it really. It's not. I've always kind of had this thought in my life where if you don't ask, I'm not gonna tell. So if we're not talking about it, I'm probably not gonna say anything about it. That's just the way that goes. Let's see. As as far as like my personal life goes, everything's pretty great right now. Um, I am engaged to a very fantastic woman. Um, Maybe one day you guys will get to see her. I don't know. She's great. I love her. She's, to me, the most perfect human being on this planet. And she's pretty imperfect, but I think she's pretty perfect. So there's that. Um, yeah, just kind of going with that whole thing. Um, yeah, I mean, right now life is pretty great. Loving everything about it. Loving my new job. All the people that I've met so far. Loving being in school, working toward a dream that I've had since I was a kid. Um, Loving my love life and just my personal life with my family and uh, all the additions to my family that have happened. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, ask me on the street, I'll probably say, not a whole lot going on. But that's really what's going on with me right now. Yeah, so you guys have a good one. I don't know. I might do a third one today. It's a lot, but I'm thinking about doing a holiday video. Only time will tell. You guys have a good one.